Hey guys, I thought it would be fun to kick off our design YouTube series with a little rapid fire Q&A with questions that you guys submitted via our Instagram poll of things about logo design or ad design that you're curious about or want to learn more on that isn't covered on the digital course. So we're just gonna run through these kind of rapid fire. I think I pulled around 5 for the logo side of things and on the ad side of things as well. We're starting off really strong. Lily asks, how many fonts is too many in a logo? Great question. I think for me, I like to stick around that 2 to 3 number. What I'm really particular about though is keeping those fonts that we use for your logo design very special and specific to your logo. That means the fonts that we're using aren't going to be used as your header text on a website. We're not using them for your ad text. We do want things to be cohesive, so we're using fonts that blend well, that are very cohesive in terms of style. But when we look at like big logos out in the marketplace today, McDonald's isn't using their primary font for the word McDonald's on their packaging. And we look at that throughout very common, average, everyday brands and also really high quality luxury brands. Tyler asks, should your logo include an icon? Personally, I love to include an icon in the logo sets I design for my clients. I think it's important to have various versions of a logo to use on different things. I think a logo that looks good on a hat is probably not the same logo that looks great on the side of a quarter zip. So icons are great. They do add another element that you have to grow brand recognition with your audience. But I think especially in the livestock industry, when we're used to kind of that cattle brand aesthetic, romanticizing, something that was very much an essential tool back in the day and still is for many operations in this industry, it's really fun to include an icon. I have it for Sweetbriar, and we also have one for Regal, our cattle company. Ben says, can I design a logo in Canva? You can, definitely. Canva is an amazing tool, especially for beginners that are still getting to know their style, still playing around with, is this a skill I want? I would also say Canva is an awesome tool if you are a do-it-yourselfer in terms of, you have a business that's not in the creative space that you want to do all that stuff in-house. You definitely can. 2 scenarios where I wouldn't design a logo on Canva is one, if you are ready to scale the business and you're ready for a logo that represents your brand and that will stand out in a very busy marketplace. And if you are a designer and people are paying you to create a logo, I guess my hot take is that you should be using programs like Adobe Illustrator to make that logo if someone's paying you for that service. Kind of a hot topic there. So let's see. Last question here on logos. Logan asks, is minimal always better? I think as a designer, I have evolved in my opinion on this. I do err more on the side of less is more in terms of logo design. And I definitely think that when you look back on previous logos I've designed, that has not always been my outlook. I'm working with a customer right now that's a perfect example of that. His name is Jake, and Jake and I worked on a logo together years ago, probably 3-4 years ago. And we're taking what we created and basically pulling the bones from it to kind of give him a refresh. And the new logo will be a nod to what he's branded with before, but in a lot cleaner, crisper, more simple and minimal, to use your word, way. So I would say in terms of logo design, you really want your audience to look at that logo and quickly see what the name of your business is and at least like a style or direction that it represents, whether it's really, really luxury, whether it's more friendly, family focused. And even if you look at my own brand, the Sweetbriar Creative brand has gone through an evolution of very, very detailed, very busy, very complicated to more simple, easy to read. And that would be my opinion on a minimal logo. And if this has sparked your interest and you're like, oh man, I want to learn more about creating logos or creating ads, whether it's for your own business or if you are wanting to learn it as a creative and provide that service to others, Guys, these digital courses are things I poured so much time into. They're recorded just like this, designed to go at your own pace, pause, write down, take notes, learn on the go, and they are packed with value. We go over stuff face to face like this, and we also share my screen and like dive right into Adobe Illustrator for the Logo Lab and right into Adobe Photoshop for All About Ads. So if this kind of learning style intrigues you and you want to just bite the bullet, take the jump, I encourage you. Those courses are live on my website, and I would just be overjoyed to help you learn these skills that have made a huge difference in my life, and I know they will in yours as well. Have a great rest of your day, guys.